Time travel to the Extrauniversal Conflict. The year is 2042, and humanity has discovered the secret to interuniversal travel. Using a device known as the Chronosphere, scientists are able to travel between universes and explore the multitude of possibilities that lay beyond our own. In the midst of these discoveries, the human race is also faced with a new threat, the Extrauniversal Conflict. This war is fought between the multiverse's many civilizations and has been raging for centuries. As the Chronosphere was designed to allow for travel between universes, the Extrauniversal Conflict had been contained within the multiverse and posed no threat to our own world. And that was until now. The Chronosphere's technology had been adapted to allow for intertemporal travel, allowing for travel between different points in time. This was an exciting new possibility for scientists, but it had the potential to be used for evil. The Chronosphere had fallen into the wrong hands, and a faction of the Extrauniversal Conflict had used the device to travel to the year 2042. Their mission was simple: to take over our universe. The Chronosphere's technology had the potential to be used for evil, but it had the potential to be used for good as well. A team of scientists, led by Dr. Jacobson, had been working on a way to use the device to travel back in time and stop the Extrauniversal Conflict before it could reach our own world. With the Chronosphere in their possession, they could travel back in time and prevent the faction from ever traveling to our world. But the clock was ticking and time was running out. If they were unable to stop the Extrauniversal Conflict before it reached our universe, then the fate of humanity would be sealed. The team's first challenge was to travel back in time to the year 2012, when the Chronosphere was first developed. The device was in the hands of a scientist named Dr. Sullivan, who had been working on it in secret. The team had to locate Dr. Sullivan, convince him to hand over the device, and then use it to travel back in time to the year 2042. On their arrival, they were met with resistance. Sullivan was reluctant to hand over the device, but with a little convincing, he eventually gave in. With the Chronosphere in their possession, they could now travel to the year 2042 and face the faction head-on. Upon their arrival, they were faced with a daunting task. The Extrauniversal Conflict had already taken control of our world, and the faction was ready to strike. Their goal was to conquer our universe and use it as a launching point for their war against the rest of the multiverse. Jacobson and his team were determined to stop them. Their plan was to use the Chronosphere to travel back in time and prevent the faction from ever making it to our world. With the help of Dr. Sullivan, they were able to track the faction's movements and figure out when they would be making their attack. With the Chronosphere in their possession, they would be able to travel back in time and intercept them before they could make their way to our world. The plan was a success. With the help of Dr. Sullivan, they were able to travel back in time and intercept the faction before they could reach our world. Jacobson and his team had been successful in stopping the Extrauniversal Conflict, but at what cost? The team was faced with the difficult decision of returning to the present and facing the consequences of their action. But they were confident that the Extrauniversal Conflict would not be able to reach our world, and that the future of humanity was safe. The future of humanity had been saved, but the threat of the Extrauniversal Conflict was still very much alive. Jacobson and his team were determined to find a way to permanently stop the faction before it could reach our world. The Chronosphere was their only hope, but with it in their possession, they could finally put an end to the Extrauniversal Conflict.